intellectually. Now, that's your question for you to ask yourself, but you want to make sure you're satisfied. Next thing we'll do is socially. You guys like the same things. You have the same interests. You like doing the same types of things. And if you don't like doing the same type of things, you're okay with that. Are you still here? Are you guys still here? Okay, awesome. So these are the aspects of compatibility. Now, Joshua, why is this so important? Well, the reason why it's so important is because, number one, again, I really do believe that when someone asks me the question, they always say, okay, you wrote this book, what is the most foundational piece of relationship? I always say compatibility, because I believe that if you are not compatible with the person you are with, not only does it destroy the relationship and the success and the productivity of the relationship, but most importantly, you start to open yourself up to other negative aspects of an unhealthy relationship. Most people who are in uncompatible relationships will feel lonely. They'll rather be with their friends than be with the person they're with. They won't feel good. They'll feel stressed out. They would rather actually not be in that person's presence than being with that person. These are the aspects of uncompatibility, and it's why my friend, one of my best friends, Frank Oliver, says, and I quote, I love this quote, he says, I'd rather be single than settle for less, because settling for less, when I settle for less, I feel single. Because he understands, see, when you're in an uncompatible relationship, you'll feel single in the relationship. Has anybody ever been there, by the way? Anybody ever been there? Oh, we don't have nobody in here? Okay. Oh, okay. Actually, yeah. Okay, so I know someone's in here. I know someone's been there. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, that's how it feels. Man, I'm in this relationship, and I'm committed, and man, I feel more single in the relationship than I did when I was single. Why? Because you're selling for less. Because I'm not keeping my standards up. I'm not making sure that this person meets all of my needs. I'll never forget, I had a friend, and they would engage in these relationships. And it's so funny because it seemed like every 2 to 3 years they would end up in a horrific breakup. You know, it just would go bad. And I was like, man, what's going on? What's going on? And he said, I don't know. I'm with this person, and I just get tired of them. It just doesn't feel right for me. It's like it starts out good, and I'm in love, and I'm excited, and I'm having a good time. But then about a year, and I just get unsatisfied. And I began to ask myself, I said, well, why do you get unsatisfied? And the individual responded to me and said, well, the reason I get unsatisfied because, to be honest with you, Joshua, before I engage in a relationship, the person is never everything I want. But the reason I engage in it is because I really have this issue of loneliness. I really have this issue where I got to be in a relationship. I really have this issue where I just need someone in my life. And so what I realized was happening to this individual is the reason they were going from one bad relationship to another, one bad to another, is because at the foundation of the relationships, they were selling for less to fill the temporary void, but not the long-term void. And this is what happens when we get into relationships that we're not compatible, or we're selling for less. Selling for less will give you a temporary fix, but it won't give you a long-term fix. Say it, man, that was so good. I'm just telling you, man. Oh boy. I'll say it more clear in your language. The friend with benefits will give you a temporary fix, but they won't give you a long-term life of happiness. So what happens is people are engaging with friends with benefit for the temporary fix because they're thinking more temporary versus long-term. Now this is the cold piece. Say the cold piece. The cold piece is, wow, I haven't said this before. The cold piece is temptation will always come before you meet the right person. I'm in a Catholic church, so I can talk a little spiritual here. That good. The temptation will always come before the real thing. I go by. Remember Jesus? And he was tempted in the wilderness. I'm gonna take y'all down this road real quick. And remember, everything that was shown before him was a counterfeit before the real thing began to take place? Same thing as relationships. Before it's about to be the real